Okay, so anyway, this one, the second one, should have your graph looking like this down here, because that's 1, -1/2 is our whole. Now notice that our whole has that, I love it when my pen doesn't work. Our whole has that open circle right there. Okay, let's look at example 3. First step again is to factor. So our factor form is going to be 2, I'm going to make this smaller. 2, goodness sakes, 2x minus 1 and x minus 1. And then on the bottom, we just have x minus 1. So here again, notice that these cancel. So we have that whole at x equals 1. Now to find where that whole is, we're going to, our simplified form is just 2x minus 1, which is just a line, right guys? So y-intercept here and slope of 2, which means we go up 1 over 2. But look, there's a hole there at 1, up 1 over 2, up 2 over 1. So it looks like just that line. There's no horizontal asymptote because this one is top heavy. And there's no vertical asymptote because our bottom is a removable discontinuity, meaning a hole. So now we're on here to this next one. Our factored form is going to be 2 times x minus 2 times x plus 2. If you have questions about where I got this factoring, you can ask me in class. This is a good time to ask. This is a good question to ask. X plus 2, x plus 1. So our removable discontinuity is at whole at x equals -2. And then we have that vertical asymptote at x equals -1. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on here. There's our vertical asymptote. Then when we rewrite our factored form, so I'm going to rewrite it here in the black, we get 2 times x minus 2 over x plus 1. And what you'll notice again is that our powers are the same. Both of them are 1s up here. There's nothing there. So that means that our horizontal asymptote is going to show up here at 2. I'm going to draw that in. There's our horizontal asymptote. Then our last step is to plug in numbers on either side of that vertical asymptote. So I'm going to start by plugging in 0. When I plug in 0, I get 2 times -2 over 1, which is -4. So we get down here 0, -4. And then when I plug in -2, I get 2 times -2 minus 2 over -2 plus 1, which gives me -8 over -2, which is +4. So I'm going to get 2, 4. So those are the 2 points on my graph. And then I draw my graph. Hopefully at this point, if we run out of time on the Screencastify, the Edpuzzle video, I'm not gonna do any more. Okay, so now for this one, in order to factor it, I'm gonna pull a -2 out of the top. So I get -2 times x squared plus x minus 6. So then I get x plus 3, x minus 2 over x minus 4, x minus 2 we have that whole at x minus 2. And then this is our factored form. So we are going to have a vertical asymptote at x equals 4. Right here. And then we have a horizontal asymptote at -2. Because same power, 2 over 1, -2 over 1. Now I'm going to plug in 0 again. So 0 plus 3 is 3. -2 times 3 over -4 is 6/4. So when I plug in 0, I get 6/4, which is here. Now, the other thing you need to know is kind of notice where that hole is. And again, to find the hole, we plug in, I actually forgot to write where the hole is. Hole at x equals 2. So we plug in that 2 for x. And when we do that, so we plug in the 2 here, we get -2 times 5 over 2 minus 4, -2. So that gives us -10 over -2, which is positive 5. So at 2, 5, I'm going to draw my hole. And then I have this point that we put on there. So we're going to look like this. Then if I plug in 6 to my modified equation for x, 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 18 over 2 is 9. So I'm going to get 6, -9 down here. And that means that this is going to go like that. Okay, I'm actually not going to do that last one. I think that you guys have seen enough. This is something you can always ask questions on, and you have plenty of stuff to practice. So I would encourage you to ask me those questions as you practice.